What's going on, everyone? Juice Bags here, and welcome back to some Dungeon Defenders Awakened, and my brand new Let's Play series going start to finish, all the way through progression of DDA. Now, this is in early access, of course, and that means that probably around launch time, this will no longer be a valid playthrough as far as showing the strategies I use. However, I am on a brand new account here and ready to get things started. So, of course, when you first load in, you've got yourself a squire, and the very first thing we want to do is fill our hero deck with more heroes. So let's go ahead and create a huntress. Then we'll go with an apprentice. I'm going to leave that one named Mark. And we will go with a monk. So I've got one of each of the original 4 heroes. I think that one's got to be June Bao, right? Let me see if my others are named relatively appropriately. Let's see. Yeah, we're good with it. Now, for playing through the game, I'm going to have 4 heroes in the deck, of course, one of each hero, and I want all of these heroes to level up. So what I plan on doing is using the Squire for his Spike Blockade, the Huntress for traps only. That's all I'm going to be doing with the Huntress. The Apprentice for all of those awesome Apprentice Towers, of course. And then the Monk for Strength Drain auras, and then I'm going to DPS on the Monk as well. So let's go ahead and hop on into our very first map and get things started. I do want to go ahead and go on hard mode. Oh, I can't go hard mode now. Well, I guess I'm going to have to start medium then. It looks like all the maps are locked on hard. So we'll go ahead and start it off on medium. We're headed into map number 1, the Deeper Well. Let's go ahead and get things started here. I'm going to go ahead and skip that cutscene there, hopefully to keep y'all's ears from bleeding
once again,
too bad. And we've got us a
to
tutorial.
The dungeons of Etheria. I am the spirit of champion.
Now, I am going to skip the tutorial as I don't feel like I need it. Of course, if you're a new player and new to tower defense, that would probably be wise to go ahead and play on through. So here we go here. We are on our build phase. So let's go ahead and get just the start of the map built out. I'm going to go with a Spike Blockade there. We'll go with a Spike Blockade here, and that's going to leave me what? That's 100. So why don't we go ahead and... we don't have Flame Burst yet. We can go Magic Missiles. I think what we're going to do here, though, is go with an Explosive Trap at each lane. And oh my gosh, would you look at the baby size of these traps. Good lord, 0 stats are 0 stats. What more can you do? Let's go with, let's just start off with that. And like I said, I am going to DPS on the Huntress. So let's go ahead and get wave 1 rolling here. Only 7 enemies. In fact, I probably didn't even need those traps, but I'm going to go ahead and just let it fly anyway. Got our first piece of loot. That has got some attack on it. Let's go ahead and equip that bad boy. Fat loot's dropping already. It might actually be quicker just to let the mobs walk to this trap. Traps are extremely powerful very early on, but as you see, they've only got 4 charges, which means they can only go off 4 times. And they're done. So definitely have to be careful with your traps and making sure that you keep those repaired the entire time. So we got us a level up already, and we've now got what? We've got an electric aura unlocked. However, I think I'm just going to continue to trap it up here. Let's go ahead and go with one more trap right here at the spawn. We'll go one more right here at the spawn, and then I'm not going to be able to do any upgrades yet, am I? Oh, I actually can. I can upgrade these 2 front ones. That's going to get them up to 5 charges. Not exactly beast mode, but it's better than 4, that's for sure. So, let's see if we got any loot that'll give us any immediate improvements sitting here in the box. Oh yeah, we got some goods. Let's see, we've got us a bent spear. Let's just go ahead and loot everything here. Something flew off, didn't it? Not seeing it now. Looks like something had flown over the edge. Well, let's see, what do we have? Okay, now this bent spear is actually not as much damage as the one I already have equipped. However, it's upgradable. So that would be an improvement if I wanted to upgrade it. However, I am completely naked with the armor, so let's just throw on everything we've got here. Can't equip that yet because it's got a level 6 requirement. So let's go ahead and get wave 2 flowing. I'm not going to go through and put in my level up points every time. I'm just going to do it once per map. So, you know, obviously, if you feel like you need to do that, that's not a bad thing to do. You've got the points there, you might as well spend them. However, I'm going to try to just collect up as many of these points as I can. Now, super early game, your points, in my opinion, there's only one place to put them on every single hero, and that is into the range of your towers, as range makes such a big deal really early game. So let's see, let's go ahead and repair this up. We still don't have anything up top, but I do know we're going to have some mobs up top here, so let's go ahead and prepare for those. We'll get a couple of spike blockades down. And you know what, I think I'll just prepare for what's to come with the traps. So let's go ahead and go 2 traps here. Basically, I've just got those blockades down as a last resort. If anything does sneak through, then, you know, I'll be able to handle it. Let's grab all of the loot and let's just keep it, throw it in the inventory there. And then let's see, let's go ahead and go 2 more explosive traps right here. Now I'm focusing on explosive traps because explosive traps, of course, are physical damage, so I don't have to worry about any elemental immunities from the mobs. But in addition to that, early game with no real stats, they just hit like a truck. So that, of course, is never a bad thing. And I'm just going to spam up explosive traps for this very first map. And really, once I get some range, then I'm going to be a lot more comfortable using other towers and other defenses. But let's just spam it up. In fact, let's just go 1 at each wall too, just for anything that might make it to the walls. And now I'm out of juice, so let's just go ahead and let it fly. I accidentally stayed on the wrong hero, so that's one of the things you'll have to look out for in Dungeon Defenders Awakened. You do have a hero deck, but you cannot swap during the combat phase. But oh yeah, this Huntress is just pew-pewing it up. Pure face roll right here. I'm actually kind of tempted just to complete the map on her as DPS because she seems a little bit better off than the monk as far as being completely naked with no gear. Only 2 charges left. I better get some repairs off here. And we can just mow this stuff down, probably. Now, I may do a little trick to skip forward. I'm going to check and see if I can. I really like to be just going ahead and do it hard mode, as it's just a little bit more enjoyable for me as a veteran tower defense player. Let's see, let's go ahead and build out the rest. So we're going to throw an explosive trap at each of these remaining walls. Let's see what kind of loot we got. There's another polearm in there. We're getting a nice bit of loot, and I'm pretty confident we'll have all of our heroes at least close to being in a full set of gray gear just after doing this one map. Well, I'm just going to stay on the Huntress here. We're wave 4, and we now are going to have some fat boy orcs coming out of these top lanes. So just 1 per lane, 1 here and 1 there, which these explosive traps, 4 explosive traps there, is going to make light work of that stuff for sure. So far, so good. I'm just going to go ahead and upgrade the 2 front ones here. And, you know, obviously being medium difficulty, I'm not going to have any real challenges on this map, even when Wave 5 comes. I'm fairly confident there. Alright, I can't upgrade that yet, so let's just repair it. I'm not going to be able to upgrade this stuff, so we'll just repair it and just throw upgrades around on everything else just to make sure we are good to go for what's to come as we are in wave number 5. And we got us a little bit of gear here now. So it looks like we've got a weapon for just about everyone. I haven't seen a gun yet for the Hunter's Drop, but we will get something by the end here. Let's just go ahead and let Wave 5 roll. And I think we are going to be pretty darn solid. Now, currently, of course, you're locked out. Like when Early Access first started, we were able to start on hard mode. And to be honest with you, I think you should be able to start on hard mode. I don't see why they would want to force anyone to medium. So I think I'm going to try to take a little shortcut as soon as I get this map done. But we'll pop out the tavern and I'll see if this little shortcut is possible. We will have to see. Everything is pretty good and wrecked here. I might lose a trap, but I'm not even worried about it. I think everything died up top, right? Yep, everything's dead up top. So, first map, of course, on medium, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. We are all done. We got the W and our first victory in this particular series. Now, I do plan on going all the way through, and I know a lot of folks will ask why, you know, because I've got my main account. And the reason is I wanted an alt account where I could do lower level stuff without having to worry about trying to find low level sets of gear or low stat sets of gear, and without trying to, you know, swap things out to hit minimum stats. So this will be just natural progression playing through. You see, just that first map got us up to level 7. But let's go ahead and pop into Tavern, and I want to take a look at one little trick. Now, I will have to go through all my inventory and get all dialed in, but I want to take a peek here. And, yep, I was indeed right. So now I can actually skip to hard, as you unlock the maps by either playing that particular map on the lower difficulty, or if you once I jump into hard and start playing these maps, it is going to unlock the next map. So like I said, I think that's a bug right now. I don't believe that's intentional. I think that Chromatic is going to let you start on hard mode if you want, but what I'm going to do now is continue this series along, jumping right into hard mode, as the next episode will be in the Ancient Mines. So that will do it for now. Thank you all an absolute ton for watching. I'm going to try to get through the base progression of the game relatively quickly, so these episodes will come out daily here over the next week or two until I get through all of the base level progression and I'm ready to start something a little bit more end-game. So that will do it for now. Thanks an absolute ton, and I will see ya next time around. Take it easy.